What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the next episode. We're going to be reacting to BizarreBub again. This is episode 109 of the scary compilations. The last time we watched BizarreBub scary video thing, it was horrifying. Well, let's dive into this episode. Episode 110 or 109 of BizarreBub. Ray, are you ready?
No.
Do that.
On November 14 of 2025, a small family rents out an Airbnb for a few days, unaware that they would encounter something very unsettling while staying there. They had booked the place in advance for an upcoming wedding that was out of town, so staying here made sense. But one night, after coming back from walking their dog, this happens.
We were just out walking my dog.
Yep, I seen this one on TikTok. This is fucking weird.
Oh, this is the thing with the dog. Okay, yeah, I've seen this too.
The curtains upstairs.
Yeah.
The end of this one here was fucking weird. That no. Poor dog.
Somehow, the leash on her dog's collar suddenly jolts up in a quick motion before wrapping itself around her dog. It just flings up as if someone had chucked it upwards, but clearly, no one is seen on the stairs to have done that, which is very odd considering that just moments ago,
you leave the dog alone.
Now, Sydney, who recorded this video, was just as baffled as the Airbnb host who received this video from her. But this wouldn't be the only video she sends, because the next day, while placing the leash on the stairs to see if it would jump again, this is captured.
Okay, so this is the leash.
Gonna jump again? Gonna jump again?
There she goes again. I don't think the leash is gonna move, but she's definitely sensing something. Every single day.
Although the leash doesn't move this time, her dog goes ahead and does this. For some reason, it's at the same time the leash is on the steps that her dog begins to search for something. But like before, nothing appears to be there. Sydney even checks the rug to see if anything on or under it was making her dog behave this way. But still, nothing. However, there's something in this video that's worth pointing out, and it's a detail that appears in other videos that Sydney recorded of her dog. Watch closely.
So I wanted to show you guys some footage of my dog with these stairs. So here's another clip that I got of her doing it, walk over and see her, and she was so locked into this.
Now, if you didn't notice, in each video, Sydney's dog is always around a certain area of the stairs. It's always the middle or lower half of the steps, but never the top. If it wasn't for this detail, Sydney would not have realized this.
So I think I figured out why my dog just is always hanging out right here. So I just found a door back here. So I don't think that it's what's on the stairs. I tried to check, but
wait,
just find that.
Wait, that's the front door.
You just found that door?
Yeah, like, is that not the front door or is that the back door?
Out right here.
Okay.
So
is that not the front door or is that the back door?
All I'm saying, that's the front door. All I'm saying is, as someone who has stayed in Airbnbs, as someone who has moved into a new home, you're telling me you didn't scope that entire bitch when you got there?
Yeah.
Even if you came in the back door, my nosy ass is looking at every single part of this.
Every square inch.
As one, there could be somebody living in the basement.
Yeah.
Especially that looks like the front door.
It looks like a front door.
That's
Like,
the only thing that red flagged for me the very first time I watched this was you're telling me you've just now seen this door for the first time in the time that you've been there. That's so weird.
yeah, that's yeah.
I just found
But how
door
just
back
find
here.
that door back there?
So I don't think that it's what's on the stairs. I tried to check, but the door is locked. Obviously, it's an Airbnb, so they lock a lot of the doors up. Yeah, I don't think that it's what's on the stairs, like what I initially thought. I think it's what's below.
Harry Potter's
Considering that the
closet.
space is on the ground, it explains why her dog is never seen on top. She seems to be sensing something that's in this room. But the question is, what exactly is she sensing? Wanting to find out, Sydney and her sister probe around the space to see what it might be that's inside. But during this moment, while recording, they capture
I'm gonna
this.
be real honest.
So this is the switch.
This whole part of this video, I was the person that had the comments pulled up, and I'm reading the comments and just letting people explain to me what the fuck's happening. Because as soon as I knew what she was about to do, I'm like, nah. Like,
I'm not
I
watching.
don't wanna
Look,
see nothing.
you're gonna be watching it this time.
I know, I have to watch it this time.
Get
I can't go to the comments.
You guys can see their light is on right there.
ready for the horrifying thing you're gonna see. Oh God!
Just imagine there's something right behind the door.
Nothing there.
Boy. Oh, no.
Oh my God.
Yep. Made something
Almost
mad.
immediately after Sydney pulls out her phone, the doorknob suddenly turns. Although no one was seen on the other side, the door handle moves as if held from the other end. Now Sydney was under the impression that a person had turned the knob, so they reach out to the Airbnb host and ask if anyone else is renting the place.
Sent the video to the landlord of the Airbnb, and hold on, let me turn asking, like, hey, is there someone else renting it out as well as us or what? Because basically he was like, no, you guys are the only ones that are in the Airbnb right now, like booked out for the week.
After finding out that no one else is inside, Sydney concludes that what happened that night wasn't a case of someone co-renting the house, but rather another paranormal occurrence. To her, this is much preferable over having a stranger inside the house. But
Fair.
despite being at ease now, knowing
That
that it's
is
not a person,
fair.
the doorknob incident still baffles her. This is so, especially given
I
that it's
think
still
I would
loose
much
now and
rather
then.
have a paranormal roommate than a
Oh, yeah.
roommate I'm not knowing about.
I still am bewildered that this is the first time you've seen that door.
Yeah.
Scary. Okay. Okay, every time we've knocked before, this doorknob would turn a little bit.
Ma'am, you sliding it back and forth is scarier to me.
Right?
Oh, that's gone forever.
And your phone's broken. Why you don't
What
fuck around
the-
and find out.
No. Nah, dude.
As it turns out, this room
Nah.
was actually a basement. Out of nowhere, the phone gets yanked inside before tumbling down the steps and landing on its face. But it's before it tumbles that something weird happens. If you didn't notice, the phone moves on its own again before falling down. But of course, the strangest part is when the phone somehow lifts itself. Neither Sydney nor the Airbnb host could explain this. It just rises up before falling back with no footsteps around to suggest that someone was there. It's no wonder why many see this as being paranormal. To Sydney and her sister, that's exactly the case. Whatever had been inside did not seem to like their intrusion, from the leash moving on its own to the phone being pulled inside. It currently remains unknown as to what exactly occurred here, but as with all videos, you'll be the judge on whether or not something supernatural took place.
Not the front camera.
As always, let me know your thoughts on this one.
Okay. My thought. Okay.
Now the follow.
If I were that Airbnb host, I'm sorry, you just told me what happened. I'm scared. But if I were then going to see the footage after, like, I have now opened this door, walked my ass down these steps, grabbed your phone, came back up, locked the door, and then you show me the video, selling the house.
Yep.
Sorry.
House for sale for free.
Who am I kidding? I'm making my husband go get the phone. I am not going down there to get the phone.
House is for sale and it's free. Don't want it no more. You can have it. Congratulations, you're a homeowner.
Basements are horrifying.
The following video was recorded by a grandmother who lives alone with her dog and 2 cats. However, it appears that her pets aren't the only ones keeping her company, because according to her, there's something in her house that won't leave her alone.
В зеркале было отражение чего-то не очень непонятного. На видео. Я вам всем докажу.
According to Polina, last night she recorded a video of something that appeared in her bedroom. It showed up in the same spot where it often appears, around the mirror. She's been trying to get it on camera as her family believes it's nothing. They believe it's her old age that's making her see things. But after watching this video, they're not so sure now if that's the case. Take a look.
Is grandma like that?
I saw a little bit
Уходи
of a shadow.
отсюда. Я тебя не боюсь. Уходи отсюда. Уходи из моего дома. Уходи. Я тебя не боюсь.
You don't roll up on it, Grandma. Oh, I hate mirrors so much.
My problem is where's that mirror facing?
Her bed. Man, I hate mirrors so god dang much.
What's a taboo?
You don't put chairs or mirrors facing where you sleep unless you want something to watch you sleep.
Yup.
Уходи отсюда. Уходи отсюда. Я тебя не боюсь.
Nope.
What does that say?
Don't know.
Уходи. Уходи, я сказала. Уходи отсюда. Уходи. Я тебя не
Everyone's trying to
боюсь.
fight somebody.
That fight or flight kicking in.
After Polina realizes
And
that
she's
what she'd
straight
seen wasn't
fighting.
there, she catches sight of this, a dangling ornament beneath the lamp, moving on its own. However, it wasn't just swaying back and forth as one would expect. It was curving upwards in a strange manner that neither a draft or wind current could cause. Now, whatever happened that night is something that remains uncertain. In either case, whether paranormal or not, just seeing this out of nowhere is unsettling. But one night, Polina decides to record again because apparently she saw the same figure hiding
Oh,
inside
hell
her
no, I've seen this
fireplace.
one.
Take a look.
I've seen this one.
I have not.
Like something out of a nightmare, what looks like a head suddenly appears in the fireplace, and the freakiest part is that it shows itself right when Polina starts to get close. It's as if whatever this was had realized she was approaching. Understandably, she was freaked out by this, but more so after going back to the space and seeing the fireplace completely empty now. Like before, what she saw initially is now gone. Now currently, no new videos have been shared by Paulina, whether supernatural or something else. These 2 clips are without a doubt pretty terrifying.
Yeah, I would agree.
I hate it.
Hated that.
Now the following video comes from a young mother named Akina, and ever since having her first child, she's been posting numerous videos of her baby boy. It's her first child, so it makes sense that she would want to capture every moment involving her son Ponko. From the time he was born to the moment he got his first playpen, Akina has been sharing lots of memories involving Ponko on her page. However, not every moment has been shared online, and for good reason. On January 29th of 2024, at around 2:30 in the morning, Akina was dead asleep when she suddenly woke up to something in her bedroom. Thankfully, little Ponko was unaware of what was happening because during this moment, something pretty frightening happened. The following is what was caught. Take a look.
She was standing there.
Okay. How much time went by?
Uh, minutes?
I was trying to watch the time.
It's no wonder why Akina didn't want to share this video initially. Now, besides the fact that the door opens and closes all by itself, there's something Akina mentions that makes this whole video even more terrifying. According to her, at this moment, she had seen a figure standing at the doorway which looked a lot like her husband. But the weird part about this is that her husband had not come home from work yet. It was only a few hours before he came back, but strangely, to Akina, he was there, just staring at her from a distance. Now clearly, no one is there. However, if you listen closely to the audio, you can hear Akina's security alarm going off as though someone entered the house. It's for this reason she leaves the room to turn it off and to chase her husband, who was walking away at this point. But it's from this moment that things start to get creepier, because not long after, Akina acts strange. From standing motionless at the door to quickly coming in and sitting down in a rigid manner, it's almost as if Akina was someone else. But as it turns out, she was just scared, because after heading downstairs to see where her husband had gone, she saw that all the lights were still off and the door still locked. Her husband, as it seems, was not home yet. Freaked out, she heads back up and sits down while trying to figure out what just happened. If he wasn't home, then who was?
That's not normal.
She continues to replay this moment in her head despite occurring a while ago, but until it's figured out what happened, she'll continue to keep this video up on her page while sharing more videos of her son. For now, this occurrence remains a mystery.
Oh, I hate that.
In this next video, a mother had recently shared a clip that freaked her out after noticing what was in it. One day, while looking at her security cameras, Adrian Dakota notices something inside her living room, but more specifically, around her child's playpen. She wasn't sure as to what she was seeing, so she zooms in and replays the video to check. It goes without
Okay, I'm
saying,
so
but
excited.
what she saw
Oh, I'm so
continues
excited.
to keep her up at night. Now, it's important to note that before this incident, Adrian had already been documenting strange things around her house, and for some reason, these occurrences had something to do with her children's toys.
Oh man. Not toys again. Ray's got experience with this one.
Yeah, I do.
Now, it might be easy to write this off as being just a glitch or a toy that's starting to malfunction, but what's strange is that this was happening day after day, one toy turning on after another. And that's without mentioning that during this time, Adrian's daughter had an imaginary friend who she said was very tall. Now, keep this imaginary friend in mind because this detail becomes important much later in the video she recently posted. The reason why she was so freaked out by the toys turning on was because prior to this, her daughter kept mentioning this imaginary friend. And apparently, this so-called friend would show up in places where her daughter said it was, usually inside the house near the toys. Adrian was so frightened by this, but more so by this video, because according to her, while taking care of her second child in another room, something terrifying appears in her living room. This is what she caught. To
a
Adrian,
child.
it appears that someone or something peeks out from behind her baby's playpen. Thankfully, her child wasn't in there during this moment, but strangely, even though no baby was occupying it, the figure itself looks like one. Whether it's just pareidolia
Yeah.
or not, it's obvious that something is there. Considering that a bowl just fell off the shelf with no apparent cause, Adrian can't help but wonder if whatever this was had been responsible for the other occurrences before. It is strange how each occurrence
horrifying.
involves one of her children's things. Whether it's their toys or their small play enclosure, something unexplainable happens around them. This, of course, brings up the question, could this have been the supposed imaginary friend her daughter had previously mentioned? Or might this be something else entirely? Currently, and unfortunately, there has yet to be a definitive answer to this question.
Ew.
Now, the following video was submitted to me by Ariane B, who writes that she took this video during a school field trip to the Philippines. It was 2010 when she recorded this, so understandably, the quality isn't that good. But despite being filmed on a cheap cell phone, she was able to capture something pretty noticeable on camera. And of course, what she notices is pretty creepy. According to her, she was taking a tour of an old fortress where many soldiers had lost their lives. This fortress is known as Fort Mills, and the section of this fort that Ariane was touring is known as
Fort
Battery
Mills.
Grubs, a section where both
shit.
Filipino and American soldiers had sacrificed their lives while defending against invading forces in 1942. While touring Battery Grubs, Ariane captures this.
Yeah. I think that's more imprint than anything else, though.
Oh shit. Okay.
Now, it's been 15 years since this video was taken, and Ariane hadn't realized what was captured until rewatching this footage recently. On the upper level of this barrack, there appears to be something moving, but it doesn't look like a tourist who was just wandering. Rather, it looks like a moving blurb that disappears in an instant. Now, of course, given the camera's low quality, this might have just been a camera artifact, or in other words, a visual glitch. But it's worth noting that this only appears once throughout the entire video. Never again do we see anything like this afterward, suggesting that maybe this
Okay,
was
that one there, that's a good place for it to pause.
That's
I
hard.
think this is more of an imprint, where someone had lost their life in a tragic way, and is just their spirit is just imprinted on the land.
Could also be a soldier reliving a moment
That's
or
basically what
a
an imprint.
cycle happening.
That's basically what an imprint is. Like Gettysburg is full of imprints.
Dude, if you have not been to Gettysburg, that is the craziest energy.
I've heard,
Oh,
but I think
it is.
I think this here is more of that kind of thing. They're just reliving what they were doing before they died.
Yeah.
But I don't like how you see the face as it's walking the other direction. Like you see eyes, nose, mouth. You actually see
See,
it.
it's funny. To me, that's not a face, that's a helmet. It's walking away from us. So that little dip you see, that's neck and chin. It's a helmet you're looking at.
Wasn't the camera acting up, but instead something that was actually there. As Ariane believes, this blurb was most likely the spirit of one of the soldiers who passed away during battle here. Perhaps this is them still living out the same scenario that played out during 1942, unaware that they're no longer alive. It's a sad thought, but nevertheless, this footage creeps out Ariane. So then, just what exactly was caught on camera at this fort?
Or is seeing anything paranormal scary?
If you caught something
yes.
creepy on camera, or if there's any ghost videos you'd like
But
me
I
to check
think
out and
imprints
include in
are
the
the
next
most
compilation,
harmless
you can send them over to
of things
scaryvideos444
to see.
at gmail.com.
Because
That being
Oh
said,
yeah, at
let's get back
a
to the
lot
video.
of times too, when you try to communicate with something like that, it's, you know, there's no conversation
Now, it's
happening.
often the case
no,
that
it's
videos
just
on the
them
paranormal
reliving
take place inside a
at
home.
that moment.
It's
over and
usually the
over and
setting
over.
that makes small disturbances feel twice as scary. But the same can be said for any place where something that shouldn't occur happens. Such is the case in this next video, where a group of Philippine students had caught something on camera inside an empty restroom. But as you'll see, it definitely wasn't. Take a look.
Why are you filming in the bathroom anyways? Oh,
Out of nowhere,
hell
this
no.
Nope. Nope. Nope.
Hell no.
No.
I don't like that.
I don't like that it waited until they were about to dip anyways. It's like,
Right? Oh,
no.
fuck.
No. Mm. Oh, I fucking hate that
Oh.
so much.
Crying children and laughing children's
Children.
spirits. Children's spirits in general.
A child.
Oh my god.
Jesus. Ugh.
sound of a child crying emanates from inside the restroom. But the thing is, they're nowhere to be seen. The only thing that is seen are the empty stalls where just moments ago, the door to one of them began to open on its own. But even without seeing this, the voice alone is pretty unnerving.
Yeah.
It's enough to make anyone just run away. Now,
Yeah?
very little info is available on this clip, but what was captured is just one instance of something supernatural that occurred here. This school is said to be haunted. So then, was a ghost caught on camera, or had something else been captured? Thanks for watching, and I hope
Like you said, thanks for watching, you guys. That was episode 109 of BizarreBub Scary Compilations. Hope you guys enjoyed this. Hope you guys enjoyed our little discussion on some of these clips. Some of them were real explanatory. But man, the imprint one, it's scary to see, especially after you film it and years later you go back and watch it and then you see it again. That's definitely scary, but it's probably one of the most harmless things to have happened. Especially in a fort like that where a lot of soldiers lost their lives.
Right.
You'll have that kind of stuff there.
All I'm saying is I'm going to hear that child crying in my dreams now. This is the second one that we're ending it with me very uncomfortable.
Yeah, I'm gonna be hearing that for a while. And I'm gonna wake up from it, so you're not alone in that pain. Well, you guys, thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Guys, next time.